We are live. We'll give a few people a few more minutes to get on so we can discuss these transformations from being an employee to an employer.
Oh yeah, you live, girl.
Are you going on there and looking at it?
You on Facebook Live. Look at that.
We're going to try to read the questions.
Yeah, I can do something. Look at that. Okay. Go ahead.
We're official, like a referee whistle. That's what they say, right?
I guess. I don't know. Turn on live notifications. You got them turned on? I'm the producer.
How do I see who's on here, producer? We have 2 people coming on. When you come in, I want you to drop your name, location, any particular comments. Today we're going to talk about some moolah.
Kiera in the house.
Okay, Kiera. Our last week's winner. We have 2 people coming on. When you come in, I want you to turn that down.
Who, me?
Yeah, I can hear it. I can hear it.
Oh, I got it up. Oh, sorry.
The producer's having some malfunctions today. Jesus, the producer.
Okay, I'm
going. All right, you guys. I'm gonna put my theme song on. I'm about to switch over to our song. You gotta listen. Hold on. You gotta listen closely. MC Light, especially. I'm looking for some people that's not scared to take that first step. Yes, I said it. Scared to take that first step. To call Capri for your LLC. I said call Capri for your LLC. You need to call Capri for your LLC. Woke up this morning with your mind full of doubt. COVID got you feeling like you're going through a trial. Your people say you can get some help. You wanna be a boss, so you can boss, then swallow the pride, so you can provide. You need to call Capri for your LLC. I said LLC. Y'all need to stop playing. Y'all out there dressing and flexing and can't even take care of your adolescents. Don't get your money right and call Capri for that LLC. You can't be a boss if you never took a loss. To my problems with the God, then I waited on the toss. What came down was blessings from my L's into lessons. I'm trying to get suggestions so I can help the adolescents. They thought I was done till I came with the sequel. Early birds get the worm, I guess some of these folks really about to soar. I'm really about to fly. My people need some guidance, and trust me, I got the guy. I got the guy, you guys. You need to call Capri. Let's throw my gang signs. LLC. Okay, y'all, let's get started. How you like that, Kiera? You didn't know I could rap, did you? Okay, you guys, let's get started. Okay, Mrs. Sade, we got her in the house. Make sure you stay on, honey. Make sure you stay on. Johnny said, we got another comment. We got Dallas in the house, Dallas, Texas. One of my homegirls right there. And Johnny said, who did that for you, Tum Tum? What do you know about Tum Tum, Johnny? Do you know about Tum Tum? I'm going to have to give my homeboy a shout out. I'm going to get Tum Tum to come on here. You remember Tum Tum and Lim Boosie when they came to Detroit?
No.
Driving around in the winter when we stuck in that snow was Tum Tum, CSR, Big Tuck, and all. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's what Johnny's talking about. All right, you guys, you already know today's topic. Let me go ahead and get you ready. Today's topic is we're a spinoff from last week. Remember, last week we started off with how to transform from an employee to an employer. The big Who said that? Yeah, no, who said that?
You silly, yeah.
Okay, all right, let me get you started. Let me hit share my screen. Share my screen. Oh, y'all can see my screen. I'm getting fancy, y'all. Getting fancy, y'all. I'm getting fancy, y'all. Okay. We sound like all right. All right. So this week we're gonna discuss this number. It's 20 tips total. Forgive me. It's 20 tips total. But today we're going to go over tips 6 through 10. And remember, we initially want to know how to transform from being a worn out, tired, despaired, discouraged employee to possibly becoming an employer, or just give me a side hustle, Caprice, so I can make some more money. My kids are eating up all the food. They have virtual learning at home. I have to feed them breakfast, lunch, snack, and dinner. And this is becoming very costly. I need to come up with some extra money. So whatever your reason, I'm going to give you steps 6 through 10. All right. Number 6 is, okay, should we recap what we said last week, Lucy?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So last week, our tip number 1 was prayer. We said you need to pray on it, right?
Right.
Tip number, why somebody always calling me? Tip number 2 is know your purpose. Remember we said you need to know your purpose, know what your vision is, and make sure you have a why on why you're doing this, and make sure it's going to be something that's going to make a difference in the community. Okay. Tip number 3 was write it down. You need to write it down. They said 40% of people that write it down, things come to fruition. And writing it down could be as simple as a business plan, daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, but it needs to be written down. Number 4 was time management. We were saying that you need to manage your time wisely. Remember, we're saying to go from employee. So that means you have a 9 to 5, a 2 to 10, or whatever your hours are, you're restrained to at least 8 to 10 hours a day to work for someone. When are you going to find a time to make this come to fruition? So you need to have proper time management skills, and we gave you some tips on how to do that. Last but not least, you need to create a budget, because you come up with all these phenomenal ideas, you pray on it, but you know what? You don't have no money. You got to go and figure out where the money going to come in from, how you going to stop going out to pop those so much or things of that nature. All right. So today is going to be 6 through 10. So now you've decided what you want to do, how you want to do it. You prayed on it. You have your budget together. You have your time management. You've allocated 1 or 2 hours per day, 10 hours a week, or whatever it may be. So the next thing you need to do is research the industry. So you have this extra time and you decide, hey, I want to name something. We're just going to say a realtor. Hey, I want to become a realtor or own my own real estate brokerage firm. You need to research the industry. Before you jump into something, you need to be privy to what you're jumping into, meaning what are the rules, the regulations? Are there any government agencies that you have to, laws that you have to adhere to? Help me out, Boosty. What else?
If you're looking to invest in something, you want to know the financial forecast for like the next 10 years.
Not yet. This is just
not yet.
Not yet.
You said.
So it's awareness, targeting, retention, and acquisition. So those are the 4 areas you need to target. You need to concentrate.
I'm ahead of you.
How are you going to position yourself in the industry? Even if this industry is a good fit for you, you may decide, hey, you know what? In order for me to become a realtor, it's going to take too much education. I don't feel like going back to school. You just can't say, hey, I want to become something and wake up one day. Do your due diligence and research the industry. For example, to become a realtor. There's certain felonies you can't possess. Yes, you can be a felon in a real estate license, but there's certain felonies that you cannot have on your record. Research that. What's the age requirements? Is there residency requirements? Meaning, like, do I have to live in this city for so many years before I can actually become one? What are the education requirements for me to take on this responsibility? There's a plethora of topics that I can actually mention, but mainly research the industry that you're about to jump into. Just because your homeboy Pookie told you, oh man, we making money, we done went and got these box trucks, and we about to get this bread. Research it, because everyone is thinking, hey, you're gonna jump on the bandwagon that Pookie and Leroy and everybody else jumping on.
Right.
It may work for them, but it may not be a good fit for you. So research the industry. Got it?
Right.
Tip 7, my biggest one, is identify your competition. The first thing I did when I decided I wanted to transition from becoming a real estate investor to a real estate broker, I said, okay, what are these other brokers? What are they offering? Why would someone choose to work to be with or be sponsored by, or should I say work under my jurisdiction? Because remember, realtors are not employees. So why would a realtor choose to work under my jurisdiction as opposed to Century 21, Coldwell Banker, Keller Williams? So I had to do my due diligence on my competition to see how can I be competitive in that market. So if you're interested in doing anything, identify your competition, because I'm not telling you to identify them to see if you stand up to them, because 9 times out of 10, you probably won't be able to stand next to them because they've probably been in the business for some time and they developed a brand. They already have their money rolling, whether it's a brand, a franchise, or whatever the case may be. Remember, you're coming into it, so you're going to be on the ground floor, right, Boosie?
Right.
So don't try to compare yourself. Your whole purpose of identifying your competition is so you'll know how to position yourself so that you can be competitive. Got it? So what I did is I went and I researched and I actually visited almost every office in the area that I wanted to open an office in. And I sat down and I met with the office manager, and sometimes I requested to meet with the broker/owner. And I asked them every single question you can think of. And they literally gave me their whole presentation. I went to each one of those offices and I said, okay, I have 1 or 2 or 3 things I can do. I can take a little bit from each one of them, or I can start from scratch. If it's not broke, don't fix it. So what I did, I took a little bit from each one. It's like baking a cake. You know, you put the flour in there, it's all grind, you know, kind of hard. You put the eggs in there, the sugar in there. Some of y'all probably just take it straight out of the box, so you don't know what I'm talking about. But you use flour, sugar, eggs. But we're gonna go back to this. Okay, Betty Jr. already talked about it. But so basically, what you want to do is take a little bit from each one of them, grind it up, and then put your own little touch on it. And that's what I did to make myself be different, to stand out, to be competitive. And it's not always about pricing. It's about value. One thing I learned is when you lead with value, you leave no room for negotiation. You agree with that, Boosie?
I agree 100%.
Some people probably like, what's she talking about? Lead with value. You leave no room for negotiation every time. Don't be so quick to try to sell. Lead with value, meaning I have something you need. And I'm going to show you how I am valuable to you to satisfy what? Your need. Got it?
What?
Satisfy your need. Yeah. Because if I have something you need, what are they going to do?
They're going to do business with you.
They're going to do business with you. Yep. So identify your competition. What do we have now? Now you're on there, Boosie.
What?
Forecasting.
Oh, okay. I'm always, you know me.
You want to talk about this one?
Forecasting. I don't forget what I said. You got to investigate your industry. Example, she's a realtor, but I'm a trucker. So if you're going to invest $300,000 in a truck, a gravel train, okay, you need to know, how am I going to pay for this truck? Where's the money going to come from? Okay, so you investigate okay, like roads or bridges, and the money comes from the federal government. Okay, so therefore they got a forecast of the U.S. Department of Transportation of 10 years of how much they're going to spend in the construction, the transportation, and all that industry. That helps you decide to make a prudent decision. If I want to spend my money buying equipment, materials, machines, I'll have enough revenue that I can make for the next 10 years,
Profit mainly.
yeah, to pay for this equipment. So that's a prudent decision that you must make before you do anything. Because I tell Capri, and she may say I'm jumping ahead, you need to be in a sustainable industry, not something that's fly by night.
Exactly. So in a nutshell, what she's saying is, before you decide to jump into this business, you need to know how much money can I possibly make and how can I make it?
Exactly.
How much money can I make and how can I make it? Just two different things. My example right here is something very, very elementary. You're going to sell books at $20 each, right? You know what you're going to do. You're going to sell books for $20 each. If you have a goal and you want to make $10,000 per month, then you got to decide, okay, well, how many books do I need to sell? You're going to come up with that number. Does anybody know how many books you need to sell? We're going to, somebody drop the box and tell us how many books you need to sell.
That's your quiz question, right?
Exactly. Okay. And then next, I know, okay, Capri, you need to sell X amount of books. I'm waiting on somebody to drop it. X amount of books to make $10,000 a month, because 10,000 is my magic number. That's going to cover my operations, my investing, my financing, my everything, and take care of Capri. Now, how am I going to do it? How are you going to sell the books, Capri? That's what you need to know. That's called forecast. How much money am I going to make, and how am I going to make it? Let me give you something real world. Realtor. I said, I want to make $300,000 a year. That's fine. You can do that all day. You know you're gonna sell houses. You're gonna sell something. Houses, buildings, tenants. Okay, well, how are you gonna do it? Are you gonna concentrate on selling residential? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna just sell residential, meaning regular homes. Okay. Well, how are you gonna generate the sales? Now I have to go and create a marketing plan to figure out how I'm gonna generate this. So forecasting is very, very important, because at the end of the day, we all want to make a bunch of money. That's why you're trying to be an entrepreneur, to get money, to take care of your family. Because I told you months ago, money, that is a what? Y'all remember? I'm put that as a note too. What's money? Don't tell them. They need to remember. I'm gonna make sure they listening.
Okay.
They probably not right. It's a defense. Money is
there you go.
So just in case y'all didn't, that was a tidbit. I gave y'all that one. So let's go to tip number 9. Keep going through it. So tip number 9 is location. You've identified what we identified. We researched your industry. You've researched your competition. What was 6? We got 6, 7, 8. You identified your forecasting. And you're like, okay, I know how I'm gonna make money. Now, where am I gonna open up shop? Now, do I need an office? You have to office somewhere. That's just keep in mind. So if you're a realtor, 9 times out of 10, you can work from home. You do not need a brick and mortar, an actual physical office.
Right.
For example, if you want to drive trucks and you have a fleet of trucks, or what everybody's doing now is box trucks. Okay, you get 5 trucks. Where are you going to send them at in your front?
You got to place them somewhere. You got to have a garage or a space so they can park.
Exactly. And these are the things that you need to consider. Location. Yes, you probably can run that business from your cell phone or from your house, but you also have to take consideration the other elements of the business.
Right.
Do I need some type of location to actually run this business? Starting out, you could probably do it from home. But it depends on the industry that you're in. That's why you need to research your industry.
Right.
I've seen so many people, they could just be at a bar, a club, or just at a family gathering, and they're talking to friends, and their friends are sharing, oh yeah, I'm making so much money doing X, Y, and Z, and all of a sudden they want to do it. Just because they're hypnotized by how much money you can make, and not realizing There's a lot of layers to this and a lot of things that need to take place in order for you to get to that $300,000-400,000 or $1 million that these other people are making. Okay. And we have one more. So, I'll put my song on. I should put my song on for this one. Funding. We need money.
Yeah.
That's fine, but we need some moolah.
We need some moolah.
Some cheddar, whatever we're gonna call it. Some
cheddar.
We need some money to make this happen. So these are some different options. Retirement accounts. You are able to borrow from your retirement account if it's for investments, purchasing a home, things of that nature.
Right.
If you don't have a retirement account, a savings account, if you've been saving money to make this dream come true. You also get a silent partner. Some women call this a sponsor.
It's the truth.
I had to throw that one in there.
Nah, but it's true.
They called them back in the day sugar daddies.
Sugar daddies. You're silly.
Their new name now are sponsors. So you can get a silent partner. I'm just playing. I'm really not, but you can get a silent partner. It can be a sponsor or just someone who wants to invest but have no say-so on it because they trust your judgment and they trust your business experience, and they're willing to fund your project because they know you're going to make it happen. And that may be because of your business plan that you presented to them, or maybe just because they know you personally and they just believe in your what you call it, business acumen and your work ethic. So,
that's right.
One more would be an actual business partner. That will be someone who will be more so like hands-on, and I pray that they're bringing something to the table. They want to buy into your company. If it's a private company, they're just going to buy into it, and you give them a percentage of ownership. Or if it's a publicly traded company, it can be purchased by shares, or you intend on becoming publicly traded. That's
right.
One that I'm not too fond of is called a loan. You can get loans, and the reason why I'm not fond of those because they charge you interest.
They do.
And I don't like nobody to charge me interest. So I don't like loans. I know the saying is cash is cool, credit is king. Me personally, I don't like nobody charging me to use some money. So I don't really feel credit is that much of a king unless you leverage it the proper way. I will just go out here buying stuff on credit. That is not wise at all. Credit is not king. Okay, one more. Grants. Grants, I like. You know why, Boosie?
Because you don't have to pay them back.
You don't have to pay them back. Yes, it's like having a true sponsor who just gonna do it.
You are so silly today. That's good. That's a good thing.
Okay, so you can get a grant. I highly recommend. It depends on the industry that you're in, also, and what you're doing.
That's right.
Where you're going to, because a lot of banks, some of them, it's called the I forgot the name of that act real quick. Community Reinvestment Act, CRA. Some bank companies are required to give back to local business in certain communities, African Americans or highly populated with minorities. So there's so many ways you can get grant funding. You can go that route, or you can just get a typical grant writer and just go after the money. It's free. It's very time consuming, but it's definitely worth it. So we have gone over. That was quick, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was.
It was really quick. Let's recap. Transformation tips so far today, 6 through 10. You're going to research the industry. You're going to identify your competition. You're going to forecast that moolah. Oh, yeah. Identify your location for whatever the need may be, for trucks, for an actual office. If you have to meet with clients, where you're going to go, or it can be virtual. So you have to make a decision between brick and mortar or online, virtual. And research funding opportunities. That is very, very, very important. And the reason why I have this young lady over here, my legs don't quite look like that because I have like a little, I got some calves. So that's not me. That's not a replica of me because my legs are shaped a little better than that.
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
So what I'm saying is I want you to definitely take the first step. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to making this transition, you got to take the first step.
somewhere somehow. You just can't sit on here and listen to me every Wednesday and like, you know, I think TD Jakes said that people come to church just to get high. You just can't come on here every Wednesday just to get high. I want you to take this stuff, go out and execute. So try to take that first step and call Capri for your LLC.
And Capri.
Out there.
Hold on.
I'm looking for that's not scared to take that first step. Yes, I said it. Scared. Call Capri for your LLC. I said call Capri for your LLC. You need to call Capri for your LLC. Cover this morning with your mind for the dial. COVID got you feeling like you're going through a trial. Your people said you need to go and take the first step and call your girl Capri so you can get you some help. So you can fly, then swallow the pride. So you can provide. You need to call Capri for your LLC. I said call Capri for your LLC. I know right there. Y'all out there dressing and flexing and can't even take care of your adolescents. Go and get your money right and call Capri for that LLC. If you never took a loss to my problems of the God, then I waited on the toss. What came down? I'm trying to get the justice so I can help the adolescents. They thought I was done till I came with the sequel. Early birds get the worm, I guess some of these folks. I'm really about to soar. I'm really about to fly. My people need some guidance and trust me, I got the guy. Come Capri for that LLC. You need to come Capri for that LLC. Go and take that first step. They call Capri so you can get you some help. Come Capri for that LLC. You need to come Capri for that LLC. You need to come Capri for that LLC.
All right, you guys. I don't know how many times I have to say it. You need to make sure you call your girl so I can take good care of you. Were you about to say something, Boosie?
Well, that rap was awesome. I'm gonna be your new manager for entertainment. We're gonna switch up to that too. Hey, that sounds pretty good to me. But anyway, I was gonna say, since you were saying don't be afraid to take the first step, I'm just gonna reiterate. This is you give me these duties to do, and I try to fulfill them. I'm gonna reiterate Joshua 1:7. Be strong and of good courage. And wherever you go, you will prosper. Fear not and trust God. You got to step out on faith.
That's right. I've done it many a time. So I'm speaking from experience. Right. I've done it many a times. And I'm trying to look at the comments. I've done it many a times. And I'm not going to sit here and say it's easy. Because think about it. You only see this end result. Y'all see, me marketing and me doing all this stuff and being successful, but there's a lot that goes with it. And don't think that there's not times where I was scared. Even still, especially with the COVID and stuff going on, I was like, oh my God, I'm a social butterfly. I like to get out and network. And that's how I got a lot of my clients. That's how I meet people. So I'm in real estate. So when I'm doing that, it's kind of like, now what? What do I do now? Because COVID has us stuck in the house. So I had to reinvent myself all over again and think about how we're going to survive. What are we going to do? And thank God that I was using Zoom prior to. But everyone is going to go through a moment in their life where they're going to feel a little bit of fear. But I'm going to be honest with you, don't stay there long. They don't stay there at all. Not with me. Because
you're not supposed to stay stuck in it. You're supposed to keep it moving. Yeah, that's what the Bible says.
My saying is I'm going to go get it and I'm going to come back with it. And that's every time. But you remember, I think we said this last week. I don't remember which number it was. You got to have, your purpose and you got to know your why. Why are you doing what you're doing? Because if you don't know that, you're going to be knocked off the horse. Like,
that's right.
So quick. It's going to be so easy for you not to get up because you don't have that push. You don't have that drive to get up and go do it. And mine was my son. It still is my son. Now it's going to be my future grandbabies. So when you have something that you got to go and you got tunnel vision and you like, hey man, my house paid off by the time I turned 50.
Right.
What nobody tell me? Somebody could call me today and say, "Oh, well, we're going to cancel the appointment." That's fine. Well, when you want, when can we get together? That's
Right.
aggressive, and that's how much of a go-getter you have to be. And do not let any outsiders, what do you call that, poison your mind. Because everyone's not going to know your vision. They're not going to understand your vision. They're going to appreciate it. And you're going to look like a fool. But it's okay to look like a fool, because at the end of the day, them fools going to be the main ones standing in line with their hand out or asking something for you.
Amen.
And it's history repeats itself. I'm going to get them some movies to watch. So they can see where I'm coming from, but next year we got a whole platform for you guys, but I'm going to share it the week of Thanksgiving. That's going to be my way of telling y'all thank you. I'm going to share what we're going to offer for 2021. Okay. So next week, I took my thing down. I was supposed to show y'all that. Did I show it?
So what?
What we're going to talk about next week?
I don't think so. I don't think you did.
I didn't? Okay. All right.
We're on 6 through 10 right now, right?
Yeah, we're on 6 through 10. So next week, let me show them real quick. Next week, we will go over. Here we go. Next week, we will go over topics 11 through 15. And I have not made my mind up which ones I want them to be, but I'll give you a list, and then just to give them some kind of anticipation. I have, you need to get licensed and certified. You need to get a mentor, marketing, budgeting, team, advisors, delegate, mindset, forming LSD, get in a different room, insurances, social media. Those are a few of the things that you need to do to help you make that transition. So next week I will see you. We're right on time again. Next week I will see you on how to transform from employee to employer. I gotta put my other music on now. Hold on. From employee to employer. And we will discuss tips 11 through 15 next week. I'm going to give you guys an opportunity right now. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, this is the time for you to drop them in the box. Questions, comments, or concerns. If I left out something or if there's something you want to know, go ahead and drop your comment in the box. If not, we're going to be out of here at 7 o'clock.
Eric, let them know again that you will continually be giving away the trip and how they can get it.
Yep, I don't have that movie up, the thing up, but make sure you like, comment, or share Wealth Wednesday so I can track it. That's what I'm doing. I'm tracking. I can show it real quick. I just put it up. I will track it, and I will actually I'll show them real quick.
You got Kiara's picture?
Yeah, hold on, Ma. You got me doing 50 things at once. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
All you need to do is like, comment, and share our Wealth Wednesdays. And also you must download our app. Again, like, comment, and share our Wealth Wednesday Facebook Live and download the app, and your name will be entered into a drawing to win 3 free nights in Las Vegas. Let's see who's going to be our big winner.
All right, you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and share, and your name will be drawn. So far we've had Lydia Bonner and Kiera Madison. They've won the trips. Next year we're going to mix it up with what do we call it? Gift cards to restaurants, just a regular Visa gift cards to Walmart, and the trip. So it's 7:01. It's time to rock, and we rock stop around the clock. We don't stop. All right, this is Capri Trevelyan coming to you with advice you can bank on. Make sure you download my app, Capri Trevelyan, in Google Play, Apple Store, and follow my business page on Facebook so you can be tuned in, so you'll be abreast of what's coming and what's going. But again, I appreciate you tuning in. I don't see any questions, so we're going to log out. We'll see you next week, same place, same time, Wealth Wednesdays, giving you advice you can bank on. God bless.